So I think the BRICS will end up coming to the same conclusion. It's like, yeah, it's really complicated. Let's just go to gold. So you can see a new BRICS digital currency um, tied to gold coming out, within the year. There's a big difference between a payment currency and a reserve currency. A payment currency is what I use to pay you if I want to buy goods or services, or nations use to pay each other in international trade and goods and services. So, China wants to buy, computers or cars from Japan. They pay them in something. Russia wants to buy semiconductors from China. They pay them in something. China wants to buy weapons from Russia. Same thing all over the world. Those are payment currencies. Right now, there's a full-scale assault on the US dollar as the leading global payment currency. So what do we see? The other day, the Prime Minister of Malaysia met with Chairman Xi Jinping in Beijing and suggested the creation of an Asian monetary fund, like a regional version of the IMF, but it wouldn't be dollar-based or even SDR-based. That's the IMF's money. It would be either a basket of local currencies or local currencies pegged to a basket. And that Asian Monetary Fund would be able to lend to members if they were running a trade deficit or they needed some infrastructure. I could make you a loan using this Asian currency basket. Then you could buy oil or whatever you needed. So that's on the table. UAE and China just agreed on a deal where China can buy oil from Dubai in yuan, in Chinese yuan. Saudi Arabia and China are talking about a similar deal. It's not final yet, but that's in the works. I think people expect it soon. China and Brazil just did a very extensive bilateral deal where they would accept each other's currency. So, Brazil exports, soybeans, aircraft, sugar, oil, a lot else. China exports manufactured goods, semiconductors, strategic metals, and so forth. But they could buy each other's goods. The Brazilians could pay in reais, and the Chinese could pay in yuan. And that would be fine. So that's a very big deal. And China is Brazil's largest trading partner. I could go on, but you take the point, which is that these bilateral and multilateral local currency payment deals are proliferating all over the world. The biggest project right now, it's not final, but BRICS Plus, so BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. But the Plus is interesting because they've now invited 20 other countries to join their meetings. They have 4 or 5 meetings a year, a leadership summit, a finance minister summit, a defense summit, et cetera. So that group is now expanded to include Iran, Turkey, Argentina, Chile, and a lot of other important countries. They're working on a whole new currency. It's not any one member currency. It would be commodity-backed, pegged to a basket of commodities. This is, by the way, this is a replay of what John Maynard Keynes was trying to do at Bretton Woods. He got shot down by the United States. Harry Dexter White, who was the U.S. delegate to Bretton Woods, who we found out later was a Stalinist agent. That's not rumor. That's well documented. But he was trying to destroy the British Empire. He didn't want, and it worked. He didn't want Britain to have much say about it. So we ended up with the dollar pegged to gold. But what Keynes was trying to do was have what he called the Bancor, a new world currency pegged to a commodity basket. But the more he researched, he said, well, commodities aren't quite as fungible as everyone thinks. And oil, there's 72 grades of oil around the world for sulfur and viscosity, et cetera. So let's just keep it simple, go to gold. So I think the BRICS will end up coming to the same conclusion. It's like, yeah, it's really complicated. Let's just go to gold. So you can see a new BRICS digital currency tied to gold coming out, within the year.